What is good, YouTube? We gonna talk about a topic that I wanted to address in general, and it's the most improved player of the year. Going into the season before anybody had played, I predicted that Chris Dunn will be my pick for most improved player of the year. Obviously, he has a case because he only averaged 3 points last year, and he basically doubled that this year. Well, actually, like quadrupled it because he averaging 12 points and he averaged three. So he has a case, and he continues to get better throughout each game. And he's improving, and he's starting, getting more minutes, and he's showing that he can play on his level and potentially be a franchise point guard and a starting point guard in his league. But he's still developing. He's still getting used to his teammates, and he came off an injury. So we'll see how much he can increase his stats and how he plays and his efficiency. Another person I was talking about was Brandon Ingram. We seen it a little bit in Summer League. Oh my God, the guy is good. He hit a big shot against the Rockets. He hit a big shot against the Sixers that won the game. He's not scared of the big moments anymore. He's not hesitating as much. He's more aggressive. He's in attack mode. He's starting to use his speed and his length to his advantage, depending on who's defending him. And he just looked a lot more confident. I feel like last year he was a little shaky. He tried to be too much of a team player. I feel like he was trying to be too much of a team player where, I mean, he'll make the pass. He'll pass up shots. He'll try to play within the system. If you can play, you have a mismatch, you have a good shot that you know you can make, you have to take it. And I don't feel like Brandon Ingram was doing that his rookie season, maybe because he didn't want to disappoint the coach. Maybe he wanted to be, supportive to D'Angelo and them. Or maybe he just wasn't comfortable yet. But he averaged 9 points a game, and now he has steadily increased that month after month. His efficiency and things are going up, and he just been playing very mature, very smart, and he's showing that he can have star potential in the Western Conference if some players fall off. Because at the end of the day, the West is still loaded with stars, and if he wants to make an all-star team, he's gonna have to put up some crazy numbers to take some of these superstars out of their all-star list they get injured or somebody decline. But the person I had made a video about, which was the Paul George trade, Sabonis has increased his stats significantly because they actually using him. They using him more wisely. They allow him to switch, post up, do floaters, knock down shots, besides just stand on the goddamn corner and shoot a three while Russell Westbrook, stand on the corner and let Russell Westbrook do all the work and do nothing, or just keep throwing up threes when you have more skills, but they don't utilize you. But the person that really thriving this year is Victor Oladipo. The guy went from being the second best player on the team, maybe third, because some people like Cantor, some people like Adams, and he didn't play well. He didn't look good. He just looked out of sort. He wasn't driving as much. He had to rely so much on a 3-point shot. Um, he looked it bad. And I feel like Victor Oladipo has always had star potential, but he never really reached it. He had the athleticism. He had the confidence. He had big games, 30, 40-point games. He has showed and oozed us with so much star potential, but Orlando gave up on him. OKC, they signed him to a $100 million extension, and next thing you know, the next year they let him go, which is this season for Paul George. And that's crazy because he found the coach, Nate McMillan, letting him play quicker, letting him handle the ball, letting him make plays, giving him the green light, which is trust from the coach that he can take good and bad shots. But Victor Oladipo, the thing I want to say the most, he improved more on his jump shot. He has become a better off the dribble shooter, and he always has been one of those where he can hit jumpers coming off screens off the dribble, and he just never did it consistently. Now he just shooting threes over people. He gets a little space. He just taking a mid-range shot. He going off balance. He made the difficult shots. The guy confidence is through the roof, and you have to credit Nate McMillan for putting him in positions where he likes, putting him in areas where he's comfortable, and allowing him to get the shots that he wants and needs to continue to be confident throughout and during the game. So I have to give credit to the coaches because they did put him in positions where he likes to be at, and they've been playing a more up tempo pace where he can come down, get layups, get dunks, get quick shots at the basket, and they're hyper sending shots because he like to use the mid range and even the threes. He's catching people off the dribble and he's catching people off balance and he just rising above them or he just releasing it if he got space and it looks amazing. I never thought Victor would be this good. Like I said, I seen it, but he never reached it year after year after year. I think he's definitely an all-star this year because Indiana is winning games. Ain't like he just putting up good stats on a bad team. He has beat LeBron twice. He closed it twice against LeBron, and he snapped LeBron 13-game winning streak. And honestly, he has the ice in his veins. He is cold blooded, and I seen that in Orlando when he used to play against the Thunder too. He had amazing games against certain teams, but he couldn't do it consistently. He has came out the gate putting up numbers, and he has did it in October in the beginning of October, November, and now it's December, and he still looks like he's going to be on pace to do it. And that's my key that I was telling you guys. For the most improved player and talking about Victor Oladipo, he had to make the adjustments, which means the team's going to scout you. They're going to prepare for you. They know that you're a focal point of the offense. Slow down Victor. Take away his greatness. Take away the things that he like to do. Make it uncomfortable for him. And if we can slow down and stop Victor, we have a shot at beating the Pacers. But nobody has really been able to slow this guy down in 25 games. He's hot. He's shooting 17 shots a game. That's a career high. But he's shooting at a career high 48% from the field. None of his field goals even come close to that. He never shot over 40% from three. The highest he shot was 36, which is good. He's shooting an amazing 43%. His free throw is not a career high, but he's attempting the most in his career while still getting the most rebounds he ever got. And he's averaging around 4 assists, which he usually does. He's even averaging a block and a steal. He never did that in his career. He's more hungry. He's more active. He cares more. It seemed like he got a chip on his shoulder. He's playing up to the contract because he wasn't worth $100 million if the man is averaging less than 20 points a game. Last year, he averaged only 16 points a game and got paid $100 million. That's terrible. But this year, he's playing like $100 million man, and he's going to be an all-star. He's not going to be an all-NBA player, guys. He's not on the superstar level just yet, but if he continues to play with this coach, if he continues to be confident, if he continues to work on his game, add more and expand his game, and add more weapons and moves to his arsenal. He has the speed, he has the size, he has the athleticism, he has the confidence in his jumper, and if he can put it all together and continue to add more, continue to work more, and continue to find ways to impact the game, not only scoring the ball, but other ways, even be a better defender, which he has done this season compared to the other season, he can literally be the pick that he was going into that draft. It was a weak draft, but the guy was drafted second, and he's playing like a second overall pick. It took him some years, but he has finally reached that level and that pinnacle. I think it was a lot of players like Ingram, like Dunn. You have Kristaps Porzingis. Bradley Beal has gotten better, but nobody has improved more than Victor, especially coming off the season that he had last year in Oklahoma City. You still do have Dennis Schroeder. He's having a solid season, but he's on a bad team and putting up stats. But I don't really see nobody besides Aaron Gordon that really is competing for the most improved player. I think he's like C.J. McCollum. I think he's like Kevin Love. I think he's even last year we done seen Giannis do it, go from being a guy with potential to being a star and an all-star in his league and leading his team to the playoff as the best player. And Victor Oladipo is going on the same lines of that. Is I'm saying he's the next Giannis? No. But he has made strides and improvement, and he's playing his best basketball, and you have to give the man credit when it's due. And I'm willing to say that he's living up to that number 2 pick, and he's living up to his potential. And I think he still has more room to grow. He still has more room to get better, but the sky is the limit for this kid. Will he be a superstar? Honestly, I cannot tell you, But one that I can tell you, I did not see him doing this after the first couple seasons, and he finally put it together this year. And the system and the offense works to his favor, and he's taking advantage of that, and he's taking advantage of the green light, but he's doing it efficiently. He's scoring and keeping his teammates involved while still playing team basketball, and they're winning games. So you have to give the man his all-star nod, and you have to give the guy the most improved player so far, and you have to give him credit at the end of the day. If you're on YouTube, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description and comment section below. Also, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description and comment section below. If you're on Twitter, check me out on YouTube. It's on my banner, and it's also going to reference you to go to my YouTube anyway. And if you're on Facebook, like the page, and check out my website, analysisplayground.com. It'll be pinned on my Facebook page. And let me know what you guys think at the end of the day about Victor Oladipo, Kristaps Porzingis, Chris Dunn, Brandon Ingram, Bradley Beal, and Aaron Gordon. Who you guys think is the most improved player? And do you think Victor Oladipo is running away with it like the other players that I mentioned? He has improved the most this season, and if he continues to do it throughout the rest of the season, the award is he's running away with it at this point. I'm gone. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.